Hey, it's me! No way! I'm me! Ghost in the Shell is directed by Rupert Sanders and stars Scarlett Johansson, is based off the manga of the same name. It takes place in a cyberpunk future where humans and technology are one, and a lot of the humans are made up of robotic parts. Johansson plays the Major, a robot body with a human brain, the first of her kind. We follow her and a group of elite detectives that track down cybercrime. I'm hacking in, I'm in the mainframe. When a hacker named Kuze shows up and starts meddling around and leaving strange messages for the Major, she starts diving deeper into her past and into her own origins. I'm a big fan of the film from 1995. Major Kusanage's isolation from present situations and longing for her own identity presented a really compelling existential crisis. The climax of the movie is essentially two robots talking to each other, like mind-linking through voiceover, and it's the most insane ending ever, and I love it. It's incredible, so suffice it to say, this movie's riding on a lot for me. The film's production design is half anime, half Blade Runner with a sprinkle of Schumacher Batman. We get a lot of sweeping helicopter cityscape shots with these giant hologram advertisements. The cars are futuristic with a strangely 90s flair. The costumes look fantastic. Euron Greyjoy from Game of Thrones plays Batu, and he honestly looks amazing. He's got this hulking presence, but it doesn't look too goofy, and the cybernetic eyes look really good on him. Like, it feels like you're watching it from the cartoon. Like, it just all works together. I think everything looks pretty great. The Major's white bodysuit is an interesting PG-13 solution, and it looks good, but it feels more like a compromise rather than a new take. You know a movie's bad when I open with compliments about the production design and costuming. This movie doesn't really have much else going for it. Sanders shoots this thing so conventionally. It's like he watched Blade Runner and was like, hey, what if Christopher Nolan directed Blade Runner, but then he said no to directing Blade Runner, and so I, the director of Snow White and the Huntsman, directed Blade Runner. Beat by beat, the movie just strolls by, and the only moments that ever feel visually interesting are direct frame-by-frame rips from the anime. It's truly the most boring way to tell a story visually. The story is a bit different from the original anime, and again it feels like something that all the changes were meant to appeal to the widest audience possible. This is some intro to art school type philosophy this movie's working with. We get glimpses of interesting stuff, like the Major meeting with this human woman and they share a moment, but it never pans out to anything more than an unpromising blip in the radar. The Major starts getting these glitches that aren't being filtered through her system, and they should feel like these really interesting, strange things that you're seeing, but they're just so one-dimensional and dumb. Wreck-It Ralph did a better job with robot glitches as a motif. The performances are everywhere. Scarlett Johansson does what she needs to do to get the job done. Nothing's really interesting about her. I'll talk more about her later. The guy from Game of Thrones, whose name I can't pronounce, his accent is bizarre in this. Sometimes he's from Brooklyn, sometimes he's Danish, all the times he's all over the place. Michael Pitt is in this movie, and I feel like I haven't seen him since Funny Games in 2007, and he's doing some insane robot glitching stuff. Also, Juliette Binoche is in this movie. The Binoche, sir, I need help hacking the Binoche. The best performance by far in the movie is Koari Mumwe, and I can't really describe her character and for fear of spoilers, but I will say when you get to see her character for the first time, you haven't really met that many humans in the movie, but this is the first time when you're just like, damn, this is the actual first human in this movie. Yo, they thought I was gonna get through an entire review without talking about some whitewashing. Let's talk about the whitewashed elephant in the room. First of all, my opinion on this controversy is irrelevant. The only relevant opinions have already been stated, and you know them. The fact that Hollywood is as tone deaf and dumb as they are to not hire a Japanese actress for this is, obvious. We know this already. I just don't like the fact that people are acting like they don't know the reason why they did it. It's the same reason why the Chinese backers who literally funded the project were like, yes, give us a white person. Foreign audiences want to see the white actresses they already know in movies that they don't know. And how do you sell a property that has an alienating plot to begin with other than hiring literally the most highest grossing actress that exists right now? And honestly, Scarlett Johansson was the perfect choice. Her performances in movies like Lucy and Under the Skin encapsulate perfectly the Kusanagi character, a cold, curious creature that kicks ass. Those films also deal with isolation and loneliness and identity that you almost feel like, yeah, Scarlett Johansson is the perfect choice physically, philosophically, and I'm not gonna spoil anything, but a main plot point of the film addresses this completely. They put logic behind the casting choice, and the film ends up being an allegory for whitewashing in general. Hey, but guess what? You can't do that, that's a bad idea. The movie operates under the guise of it's better to apologize than to ask for permission, and no one was gonna say that the major being white is very important to the plot. But at the end of the day, your dumbass plot point doesn't justify the decision. I'll tell you a little fact I found out recently. In the 1950s in Boston, when Chinese dumplings first arrived, they called them Peking ravioli as a better way to entice white American people to try it. Sure, it got people to eat Asian food, but at what cost? This movie is a Peking ravioli, a well-intentioned misdirect that feels completely tone-deaf and unnecessary in 2017. Dog, I just want to see an Asian person have an American movie all by themselves. Yeah, Ghost in the Shell, it's boring most of the time, but it's not like a horribly made movie. It's just so conventional and dumb that, yeah, I don't know, I guess 2 stars. But yeah, did you watch Ghost in the Shell? What did you think of it? Did you like it? Tell me. I would love to know if you like this movie. Type in the comments below, tell me I'm racist, tell me I'm dumb. You think I should do like a baby powder thing on my face? To do like a white face thing? Is that racist? Is it like not racist? Is it like not racist but also like whatever, don't do it? I don't know. I'll leave that to Snoop Dogg.